to Wednesday One Thing, where someone from Clearbank comes up every week to talk about new events and topics in the world of e-commerce. This week, my name is Brandon Newman. I'm an investment analyst here at Clearbank, and I'm going to talk to you about Pinterest integrations. So, I think it's safe to say that in the past decade, through the 2010s, social media really took our society by storm, whether it be through MySpace taking over, and then Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Now everyone's trying to figure out TikTok. There's one platform that doesn't really get tossed around in the conversation as much as I believe it should, and that's Pinterest, given its 300 million active monthly users. So I think it's, again, safe to say that Pinterest is really not a platform that should be taken lightly when it comes to the world of e-commerce. So to give you a better background and understanding of what Pinterest really is, so essentially it's a social platform where users can share posts or pins of things they're interested in, topics, pictures, products, and it can come from natively within the platform itself, or it can be shared from another site. And the aim of these pins is to provide inspiration. Now, can someone here tell me just a quick example of a time where they felt inspired by anything at all and what the result of that inspiration was? Yeah?
When I was redecorating my room, I looked to YouTube and Pinterest for inspiration.
And then, so the example was that when Vass here on our team was redecorating her room, she looked to YouTube and Pinterest. So did you end up going about to purchase things that you ended up seeing on, those inspiration sources? Exactly. So when people feel inspired, a lot of times the result is action, which can be huge, in the world of e-commerce. So this has been proven through statistics specifically on Pinterest. So 61% of pinners actually say they've discovered new brands and products from promoted pins, which is essentially paid advertising on Pinterest. And 1 out of 2 actually go about purchasing a product after they've seen it on a promoted pin. And what's insane is a whopping 93% of pinners, which are essentially users on Pinterest, use Pinterest to actually plan purchases out, which is an absolutely huge percentage. So there's an interesting culture on Pinterest of end users and pinners being really interested in connecting with brands on the platform, which aligns very well with the fact that 2/3 of the content on Pinterest actually comes from businesses. And as one of the top 5 platforms that Clearbank leverages, or Clearbank customers leverage for advertising, these stats are extremely promising. However, with these posts, various products and videos looking for inspiration, there could be some friction in terms of buyers making these purchasing decisions, because they see a product, they say inspiration, but they have no idea what the product is, where to buy it, what the brand is. Now, with that in mind, Pinterest integration, which is the Shop the Look solution, with that integration, really makes it clear that Pinterest is a platform that any e-commerce business should look to consider for marketing opportunities for their brand. So to give you a little bit more context on this Shop the Look solution, essentially it's a program that allows users to click into a pin and see what products exactly are featured within that pin. And it actually shows the link to be able to purchase that product, which would be huge to actually really facilitate that buying decision for the end consumer. So the way this works is Pinterest uses visual detection software to see what's in each pin, and then it matches it up with their visual database of countless pictures and whatnot. And then it actually narrows it down to a select few products in which a human would actually come in at the end and say, make the final decision, okay, yes, this is actually the product that's in the post, and then it would go through and then it would be on the site. So, for example, you took a picture of me right now and put it on Pinterest, it would show, my pants are from Top Man, my sweater here is from Urban Outfitters, and you'd be able to actually find links to be able to buy these, these pieces of apparel if you want to model my outfit. Now, all of this was created in 2015, so you might be asking, why am I talking about this? What's all the fuss about? Well, Pinterest's machine learning capabilities actually got to a point where they were able to remove the human element of the Shop the Look integration for the home decor space on iOS specifically. So you can imagine how that would be able to massively scale the amount of Shop the Look features there are on the site, because it's all automated. So, for example, if a chair is pinned on Pinterest for some home decor inspiration, Pinterest software would automatically detect what chair it is, where it's from, and put a link to buy it. Anytime any home decor products are posted on Pinterest, which is a lot. So I'm wondering, with this automation of the shop-to-look integration, can anyone take a shot at how this would affect e-commerce companies, and their decisions in terms of marketing and the home decor space specifically? Yes.
I mean, yeah, for sure. It opens up more opportunities for Pinterest to get companies willing to market on the platform. And it's interesting because I can also imagine a lot of other social media platforms copying what Pinterest is doing, with auto identification of exactly what someone's wearing.
Yeah.
We already kind of get that on Instagram. If you hold an image, you can see what an influencer or model is wearing. And sometimes you can get links to buy stuff as well.
Yeah.
So if you can have a machine learning algorithm that just maps out what anybody's wearing anytime, anywhere, that would be a huge deal for pretty much any brand.
Yeah, and so the example used there was the fact that this could scale across multiple social medias for brands to capitalize on across all these other platforms. Yeah, Jeff?
I can also see a lot more people spending money on influencers to wear their products more often. So, if Model A is always wearing Top Man, that will show up more and more in the database. And more people will pin that look, and more people want to buy this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jeff on our team here actually referred to the example of e-commerce companies spending more on influencer marketing, which is absolutely very true. So, looking at how this would affect ClearBank customers specifically within the home decor space, the most interesting statistic in terms of how it affects our customers is the fact that 97% of the top 1,000 searches on Pinterest are actually unbranded. So instead of, you can't see the couch here, but instead of looking up the manufacturer or brand behind this couch, they would just look up, nice brown couch, and it would show up, with a whole bunch of different options, not specifically that brand. So essentially, this means that, if ClearBank's home decor customers at this current moment in time, put more effort into having an active Pinterest marketing strategy and social media strategy as a whole, they would end up appearing on more shop-to-look features, and thus increasing their return on ad spend because it just extends the reach of their advertising that they're already paying for. So the social media piece is key here, because in order for you to get featured on these shop-to-look programs and features, you have to have other people posting about your brand and about your products for it to be able to analyze that. So the more Instagrammable, or now I guess Pinterestable, your products and posts are across your social media, the more often you're going to be pinned, and the more often you're going to have shop-to-look features. So, for example, one of our home decor customers here at ClearBank, we have a number of them, took on more extensive social media presence than they already have. Specifically on Pinterest, this could, again, lead to more shop-to-look features, higher return on ad spend, and larger revenue numbers. So, what does all of this have to do with ClearBank specifically? So this shop-to-look integration could lead to ClearBank's funds in our customers' hands being put more towards Pinterest, and that could lead to a greater demand for advertising budgets to really make up that budget going towards Pinterest. And it could also open up the door to any possible programs that ClearBank can introduce to incentivize ad spend on Pinterest. And essentially this would result in cash back for spending on a preferred vendor, and overall growth within our customer base. And considering that ClearBank's mission is to help founders win, I'd say the ripple effect of this shop-to-look integration is quite something special. But ultimately, with Pinterest growing rapidly, introducing integrations like the shop-to-look program, the opportunities on the social platform are extremely unique. So, with that being said, given the shop-to-look automation is exclusively for the home decor space, what are some other verticals that anyone here can see, this going towards in the future?
Apparel.
Yeah. So the first example would be apparel. Why would you say apparel?
Because everyone wants to look like someone famous.
Yeah, fair enough. Everyone wants to look like someone famous. It's really just seeing, someone you idolize and wanting to make purchasing decisions based on that. Are there any other examples? I believe they're looking at apparel with this specifically, in the near future. But are there any other examples where you see in the shop-to-look integration actually analyzing what's in a picture and being able to provide you links out to really be able to push that product in any other verticals?
It's something similar, which is training gear.
Yeah.
I think that's like got a lot of room for something like something like the integration that Pinterest is building.
Yeah. So the next example there was essentially training gear. Absolutely. Essentially, if you can clearly see the product in the post and in the pin, and if it is distinguishable, then Shop the Look integration will be able to come in and automatically detect what the product would be, and this provides massive scale across Pinterest for e-commerce opportunities. So going off of Hamza, your point there, what are some other examples of social media companies successfully integrating e-commerce integrations natively into their platform?
Instagram.
Yeah, so Instagram actually has a shop feature, so if you just make a post on your product, it's almost very similar, except it's done by the poster who's making these posts, but so maybe not quite as scalable for in terms of automation perspective, but Instagram allows you to shop with what is in a brand's post. And are there any other social platforms that kind of tailor to e-commerce? Yeah.
YouTube also has targeted ads that you buy straight off the video.
Okay, yeah, I didn't actually know that. So you can so the example was on YouTube. You can actually see products that are posted in the video. Now, does that come as an advertisement within the YouTube platform? Is it how does it look like?
The channel owner, they tag products.
Okay,
Like
okay.
not as written text, but actual images that link to your store.
Okay. So yeah, basically the posters again on YouTube end up actually connecting. They put the links there themselves. So what is again all of this coming back together? The unique piece of the Shop the Look feature and automation on Pinterest is the ability to scale without that human element. So it's done automatically, and you can see this on a much larger scale across the platform. But yeah, with that being said, that would be my spiel there on this Wednesday one thing about Pinterest. Are there any questions within the audience here that you're dying to ask? All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming out and listening to these new e-commerce integrations on Pinterest. I'm looking forward to next Wednesday's one thing.